Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chinese Pod. I'm Jason.
大家好，我是 Jenny.
And today we have an elementary lesson.
Yes, today we're listening to someone's diary entry.
That's right. It's something about going to Chinatown, right?
对，唐人街，唐人街。
Okay, so this means Chinatown. Second tone, first tone, right?
You're right.
And this dialogue sounds a little bit like either a diary or maybe a homework assignment or something, right? Talking about what they did.
是的 It's actually a monologue, Jason.
So we have one person, it's not a dialogue.
Okay, let's listen to his experience in 唐人街。对话第一遍。
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的，街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。我们还看了舞龙表演，这个周末真棒。
第二遍。
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的，街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。我们还看了舞龙表演，这个周末真棒。
第三遍。
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的，街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。我们还看了舞龙表演，这个周末真棒。
Okay, we're back, and now we're going to go through it line by line, translating each line.
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。
This weekend, I went to Chinatown with my good friend, Xiao Jie.
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。
On the weekend, I went to Chinatown with my good friend, Xiao Jie.
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的。
San Francisco's Chinatown is America's largest Chinatown.
旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的。
San Francisco's Chinatown is America's largest.
旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的。街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。
The streets were really lively. There were shops, bookstores, and schools, etc.
街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。
The streets were very lively. There were shops, bookstores, and schools, and so on.
街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。
We ate Chinese food for lunch. It was really good.
我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。
For lunch, we had Chinese food. It was really tasty.
我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。
I also spoke a lot of Chinese with the boss of the restaurant.
我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。
I also spoke a lot of Chinese with the boss of the restaurant.
我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。我们还看了舞龙表演。
And we saw a dragon dance performance.
我们还看了舞龙表演。
We also saw a dragon dance performance.
我们还看了舞龙表演。这个周末真棒。
It was such a great weekend.
这个周末真棒。
This was such a great weekend.
这个周末真棒。 Jason, I think this diary also sounded like a student of Chinese who is practicing what he has learned by writing this diary entry.
Exactly. And because it's a diary about something they did in the past, there's a lot of le's in here, right? There's a lot of language in the past.
You're very observant. Now let's look at the dialogue from the top. 周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。
Okay, so from that first word, we know when the story took place, right?
对，周末，周末，
So that's first tone, fourth tone, and that means weekend.
对，
周末.
是的。
And at the very end of the sentence, we know where this person went.
Yep， 唐人街，唐人街。
Okay, so again, that's the word for Chinatown, and it's second, first.
Yes.
So he says, So this weekend, I went to Chinatown with my good friend Xiao Jie.
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。
Okay, and they went to a specific Chinatown, right? And which one was that?
旧金山的唐人街。旧金山。
So that's San Francisco.
And you wouldn't have a clue just by listening to the Chinese name, right?
That's right. There's like the Golden Gate and stuff. That's gold. That's associated with San Francisco. And here we have this word for San Francisco, which also has the word gold in it.
对，
But other than that, there'd be no way you could guess, right?
the word for gold is 金，金. And we'll get into the name later. But let's hear the Chinese version of San Francisco once again. 旧金山，旧金山。
So that's fourth tone, first tone, right?
对，
And he says that this Chinatown in San Francisco is America's biggest Chinatown, right?
对，旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的，是美国最大的。
So that the on the very end of the sentence is pretty important, right?
Yes, actually here we have a 是的 pattern. And what it does here is it helps to omit the noun 唐人街。
Yeah, so you could say
旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的唐人街。
so you've repeated the word 唐人街
Yep.
and you've said San Francisco's Chinatown is America's largest Chinatown. But just like in English how we can say the largest one, we can use this pattern 是的 to
Yep.
create that same effect, and we can leave out the word Chinatown at the end.
Exactly. Well explained.
All right, so he goes to this Chinatown in San Francisco and he says, wow, the streets were very lively.
对，街上很热闹，街上很热闹。
So that first part, 街上, is literally streets on, but you can think of it as just a word, right? To mean on the streets, the streets.
Yes, exactly. Here it actually means the streets.
Okay.
街上很热闹，热闹。
And that 热闹 word is a very nice word. I think it's a very important word to Chinese culture.
对 first of all, the tones, 第四声和轻声。
That's right, fourth and neutral. So this word means like bustling, lively, noisy, right?
Yep, it means a lot of people, a lot of activities, quite noisy. And I think Chinese people and Chinese culture is really big on this concept of 热闹. We like 热闹.
Exactly. It's like noisy, but it's a good noisy. It's like lively, bustling.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how it's very 热闹. 有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。
Okay, so there's three things that he lists, right?
有商店
So there are, or to have, 有商店. And this 商店 just means a shop, a general shop, right?
对 and 有书店书店
So again, to have, or there are bookstores, right?
对 same 店
Yeah, so literally book shop or book store.
yes 还有学校等等
So the last thing is 学校, which means school, right?
I guess Chinese schools
Yeah, so they're
中文学校。
seeing all these Chinese kids going to school, maybe school kids running around. Or something. So why did we add the hi there at the end?
Here we encounter another important pattern 有 A 有 B 还有 C
So if you list more than two things, on the third one, you're going to say 还有 instead of just 有.
对 or even you're just listing two things you
okay.
can say 有商店还有书店
So it's something like to have this and also to have this, right?
对还 means also
Okay. And that's second tone, right?
yes
All right. At the very end, we add this other special word, which was
等等，还有学校等等。
And that means etc. or something like that, right?
对对 So if you don't want to detail what exactly there are, you can use 等等，
Yeah, so there was other things there, and he didn't list them,
就是
right?
等等。
But it's not specific. It just means and so on.
对，好，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。And then he goes on to talk about what they ate. 我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。吃了中国菜。
So we ate Chinese food.
And this is the le Jason was talking about because this guy is talking about the past. So we see a few verbs ending with le to mark a completed action.
Yeah, so the eating it's over with, right?
对。
So it happened before in the past. And what's interesting too about this sentence is that the word order is different from English, right? Where you say, we noon ate Chinese food.
Yes, 我们中午吃了中国菜，
Okay, and it was delicious.
很好吃。
All right, and he also communicated with the boss of this restaurant, right?
我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文，还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。
So in addition to eating, he talked to the 老板, right? And he used Chinese. So in the very beginning of that sentence, he says, 我还, and that 还 means also like it did before with 还有, right?
对对，我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。So besides eating Chinese food, he also practiced Chinese.
Okay, good. And 跟 the 老板, right? Which means with the 老板, with the boss.
Yes, 我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。
So again here, we also have that 了, right?
Yes, 说了。好 and then on top of all those exciting things, he did something else.
He got to see something pretty special, right?
对，我们还看了舞龙表演，还看了舞龙表演。
So we also watched or we also saw a dragon dance performance.
Yes, and this is the third high in the dialogue. So this guy really had a full day.
He had a very thorough experience in Chinatown.
对 so he also watched 还看了舞龙表演。
So the word for dragon dance is what?
舞龙，舞龙，第三声和第二声。
Literally dance dragon.
So we flipped the word order.
So it's the opposite in Chinese, right?
对，
The first part 舞 means to dance, and the second part 龙 means dragon.
是的，舞龙表演，表演。
Okay, so we have to add this other word 表演 on the end, and that means performance, right?
对，表演 two-third tones meaning a performance.
Okay, very good. And at the very end, he says, wow, I had such a great weekend.
这个周末真棒，真棒。
This weekend was really great. 真棒, right?
对，真棒 means awesome, really great.
Yeah, it's like
It rocks.
super cool. Yeah, it rocks. That's a very good translation, I think.
好 let's listen to his diary 3 more times.
Welcome back to another installment of Chinese Pod Trivia. And the question for you is, for what test does Chinese Pod offer preparation services for? Is it A, the polygraph, B, the colonoscopy, C, the HSK test, or D, the CAT scan?
The CAT scan?
Ooh, sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, the HSK test. That's right, Chinese Pod will thoroughly prepare you to pass this rigorous test of proficiency in Chinese. ChinesePod.com/HSK.
对话第1遍。
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的，街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。我们还看了舞龙表演。这个周末真棒。
第2遍。
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的，街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。 我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。我们还看了舞龙表演，这个周末真棒。
第3遍。
周末，我跟我的好朋友小杰去了唐人街。旧金山的唐人街是美国最大的，街上很热闹，有商店，有书店，还有学校等等。我们中午吃了中国菜，很好吃。我还跟饭店的老板说了很多中文。我们还看了舞龙表演，这个周末真棒。
All right, we're back. And Jenny, I have 2 questions for you, actually.
I know what you're going to ask me.
How do you know?
Are you wondering about the 2 names for Chinatown and San Francisco?
Yes.
Well, I think a lot of our users are thinking about the same thing.
Yeah, these are very different words, right? They don't explain themselves. You kind of got to look into them a little bit.
哎呀，
So the word for Chinatown was,
唐人街，唐人街，
so we have this ren we know as a person, right?
对，
And they're what kind of person?
唐人，唐人。
So that second tone, T-A-N-G, Tang, is actually the same Tang from the Tang dynasty, right?
Yes, and this Tang refers to Tang Dynasty, which has come to symbolize China, Chinese culture, Chinese people.
Yeah, so this expression literally means Chinese people, not necessarily only people from Tang dynasty because they're not around anymore.
对 So 唐人街 means Chinatown.
Yeah.
And this 街 actually means street.
I get the feeling from this word, it's kind of like if you go to Chinatown, you see Chinese people on the streets, so it's Tangrenzhe.
Or maybe when Chinatowns just started, it was just a narrow street and then they spread and expanded.
Actually, that sounds like a better explanation. I think that's probably the way it is, because I remember going to a couple different Chinatowns and there's usually one major avenue, right?
啊，对
Okay,
So 唐人街 means Chinatown.
okay.
And now let's look at the word 旧金山. 旧金山
Which is also very special because literally that means old gold mountain.
对
Jiu meaning old, right?
是的
Jin, gold, and mountain shan.
And that's the name for San Francisco.
Why?
Because doesn't it evoke the old golden rush days?
It does, actually. Yeah, I think that works. Like, you know, San Francisco, we have the Golden Gate Bridge. Right?
Yeah.
And we have all these different references to gold, the color gold and everything.
Gold rush. And
Gold rush.
That's actually the origin of the city's name, 旧金山.
And actually, San Francisco's Chinatown is the largest in the U.S., I believe. And also that area of the U.S., I think, has the longest history with Chinese people.
是 However, there is another translation, another Chinese name for San Francisco. And we'd like to challenge our users if you can tell us what that name is.
All right, see if you can find it and come leave a comment and leave it on the boards.
Okay, that's our lesson for today. And if you've got any questions or want to share your experience in Chinatown, by all means, come to ChinesePod.com.
All right, 再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
1584.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/1584 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1584.